Hello, I am back. By the time I'm recording, it's July 4th. Yeah. Anyways, today I'm gonna be explaining stands from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and it's gonna be a crazy time. And I'm gonna be explaining this off the top of my head, so I don't think I'm gonna be all correct. Um, but yeah, we're gonna be explaining stands. As of now, we only know four types of stands: regular stands, requiem stands, act stands, and heaven stands. Now, regular stands are just stands that have random abilities, like Star Platinum, he can stop time, and well, yeah, I think Golden Experience can peel people or turn random. It's like, let's say that he gets this, he turns it, boom, it's a snake now, and he actually done that before with the brick. Yeah, and then there's, well, I don't know if heaven. Okay, we'll get back to the heaven doors, and then we also have Josh case, which I think either can heal people or he just touches something and just reverts back to where it's something. I don't remember. I guess X stands are also those type of stands, but I don't know. I just put X stands in their own category because now we have two X stands that we know of, well, at least I know of. And then yeah, those are more or less regular stands, like random abilities, and like the majority of regular stands can punch really fast. Like we have Star Platinum punches fast, and more or less those, and also there's also these things that like happen. They're really bizarre. Yeah, bizarre abilities. Those are regular stands. Well, and most of the regular stands, obviously, like I said, punch fast, but also have like a really short. Well, that's unless their punches are really strong or have some really OP abilities, which is more or less Star Platinum and the world. They can stop time and they punch really fast and punch really hard. And if they're really strong, that only means one thing. The range of where their stand can go isn't that long. But then we have stands like oh yeah, I got. Then we have stands like Hermit Purple, which since it doesn't, which I mean stuff now I already know that Hermit Purple gets a camera, take a picture video, and also can become Spider Man. And that also means that the range is really good. Also, for some reason, some stands like have just this one-time ability. Like you guys remember, like there was this one episode from part three, where for some reason, this man made it put a stand inside Joseph, and if he gets hurt, so does Joseph. So then Polnareff and Kakyoin had to make their stand small, put inside Joseph's brain, then kill the sand that's inside. And that was only for a one-time episode where the stands become small. And then when we got introduced into Kakyoin, for some reason his stand, for this one time, can go inside somebody's body, and then after that they are controlled like a puppet for one time. Just one time only. That's the only time we've ever seen it. And that's the only time we will ever see it because he's a donut. But yeah, those are more or less regular stands. They have random abilities, and yeah, and then we have Requiem stands. As for now, we only know two Requiem stands, two. But I'm gonna just be basing Requiem stands of Golden Experience Requiem, because as of now, I know the Silver Chariot Requiem is just it's just Silver Chariot, but he's really fast. When he wants to, because most of the time he just walks. But if somebody tries to get the Requiem stand, he's like, nope. And for some reason, Requiem arrows make your stand sentient. Seriously, seriously, if Polnareff had full control of can't talk, Silver Chariot Requiem, they won't have to do the whole thing where they have to chase Silver Chariot Requiem because, like I said, Requiem stands are sentient. As of now, so now we're gonna be talking, and that's all I know of Silver Chair Requiem. That's what I'm just gonna be basing off Requiem stands of GER, Golden Experience Requiem. As of now, I only know that Golden Experience Requiem, is too strong, which is why they probably only had Requiem stands for part 5, and that's all. Because if you know how powerful Requiem stands are, if you try to fight one, you're say goodbye because you're gonna be dying infinitely. Seriously, So as if you buy with spoilers for part 5, in the final fight, they always like haha he was like sitting into the scene. He was like fighting Giorno, and then for some reason, like I said, Requiem sounds sentient. So the GER was like, haha, this is Requiem, and then for some reason, Diablo looked like he was gonna be alive. Then he left and jumped into some river, and when he made it into some little hole, he died, came back to life, died, came back to life, died, came back to life, died, and infinite deaths. If you also saw GER's stats, they all maxed out. He's the strongest. He's also the fastest. He's also the actually I don't know if smart's the word. Yeah, I think that yeah, he's also the smartest. And it's all maxed out. Also, the signs look fucking crazy. Like seriously, you saw how much shit, how much detail there is in GER, yeah. Yeah, I know it's crazy detail. I'm surprised that GER wasn't like not was gonna be the. I'm surprised GER wasn't gonna be like the same thing as Silver Chariot, and I guess since well of course they're gonna have their own personality, and those are more or less just recommend stands or tube OP. But then we meet Heaven Stands, which we actually know. Then we meet and then we have X Stands. As of now, I only know of 2 X Stands, and that is Echoes and Tusk. So obviously, X stands, they evolve over time. I haven't read part 7, so I can't say for sure what evolves over Tusk. All I heard is that Tusk X 4 is OP as fuck. That's all I've heard. And then we have Echoes. Now Echoes, yeah, he's kind of OP. So when Echoes is first introduced, he is an egg, but then hatches, and then apparently we learned that Echoes Act 1 can just put a sound in somebody and the sound actually happens. Like let's say he puts like he's like some scream on somebody and they hear the scream. And yeah. And then we go to Echoes Act 2. And for some reason he does like some type of sound effect like a bomb. That happens. A bomb happens. Also, some these and also sadly Echoes Act 1 and 2 don't punch fast. So that can only mean one thing: the range is really good. But then we have Echoes Act 3, which is the range is not good, and it's because it has this one move called 3 freeze, or I forgot. But he point to somebody, he's like, ooh, and then yeah, that thing becomes heavy as fuck, and then yeah, but as long as he's 5 meters in the 5 meters next to the thing, the ability works. If he isn't, then the thing doesn't work. And those are X stands. They evolve over time. And then we have the most OP stance of all, Heaven stance. Now, I don't know if Heaven's Door should be put in the regular stance or the Heaven stance, because as far as I know, because Heaven's Door is similar to Heaven Stands, but it's not as OP as Heaven Stands. Look, here's Heaven's Door's ability. So let's say that you're just walking and yeah, you're just walking, and then some guy just opens your face like a book, writes something like you're rich or you're strong, and then closes you, leave, and then you're strong or rich. Yeah, it's stupid crazy. And he could do the same. And I don't know if I'm correct because it's been a while since I've seen part 4. But if I'm correct, he could write on himself, say that he's God, and he's God. Yeah, that's OP. But the thing is, though, the way to obtain Heaven stance is by somehow going to heaven, which is how Poochie gets the Heaven stance, and that's how like the heaven eyes of heaven. That's how Dio gets this world over heaven. Yeah, so I don't know where to put Heaven's Door, so I'm just gonna put him in Heaven stance. Now then we have the first Heaven stand we've ever seen, and that's Maiden Heaven. So the way the Maiden Heaven is obtained is by Poochie evolving his stand, but instead of being an act. But the thing is, the way he evolves his stand is by somehow getting closer to heaven, not like evolving it over time like X. That's why it's different. Because since it's getting closer to heaven, it has a much OP ability. And once it makes it to then once Pucci gets Maiden Heaven, yeah, he resets the universe, including himself. So he doesn't exist anymore. I guess those spoilers for part 6. By the way, for Maiden Heaven, Pucci made it that he's like that for some reason he's fast. And if you guys seen how his stand looks like, it's like some man riding a horse. I guess that makes sense because horses are fast. But that is Maiden Heaven, and he resets the universe, and yeah. And then we have the well, obviously the Maiden Heaven and the novel thing, which isn't canon, but I don't know. It's six. The world over heaven exists. So the world over heaven is an all. It's like a. Let's say that in part 3, Dio won, and then he made then he achieved heaven, and then he got the world over heaven, and then like in the game in the game Ice of Heaven, for some reason Dio was like, hey, I want to see the other realities, and he tries to fuck them up because if you played the game, you will know. And he messes up realities, and all the JoJos, including the ones from the Ultimate Universe, like Gappy and Johnny, are there too. And the way that Dio over Heaven is defeated is the most stupidest way. I don't understand. And that is by being outsmarted by Joro. Seriously, Dio could have been like, okay, implant a big brain inside of me, instead of just being like, oh no, it's all my strength. Like seriously, he could implant a brain, and boom, he would actually be able to defeat Jotaro. But no, he gets defeated. I don't know how. Okay, so Ice of Heaven, it's based off like a novel made by somebody or something, and I don't know if it's all accurate, but I don't know. I haven't read it yet. And those are explaining stands. Did I miss anybody? No, I don't think I missed anybody. My TikTok and Discord is in my bio. Oh yeah. I don't know. That's all. I just wanted to explain Stance and rant about him. So, yeah, here we are. Goodbye.